Hello everyone, Frog Chaser over here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be playing Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. I hope you enjoy this series. Let's rest up and open up this thing. Spread your wings. Why is it not safe to rest here? Interesting. Can we do? Okay, only he doesn't get killed. Interesting. Nice. One 15. Not bad. One Constitution, Perseverance, Inflict Burning on Contact, 5% accuracy. Yeah, we'll use it. Can we actually... what does this thing requires? Constitution 12, okay. How much Constitution does Losa have? Let's see, does has 12. Do we have a wand? A good wand? Oh, we'll wait.
The void is strong here. The void is strong here. Even the stone is infected.
This body is fresh. Were they a sorcerer?
Oh. Let's see. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Let's see if we can quickly loot a few things. To my darling Caroline, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope that I am on your mind at least half as much as you are on mine. Work around driftwood is hard but steady, good coins, and I sleep well at night. Although I think we may be on to something big. We got a shipment yesterday that's causing a right stir. I can't say much yet, but there is a talk. Some say we will be heroes of the empire. Some say we will be knighted by the queen herself. The boss doesn't seem too happy about it. Mind. Once the cargo dropped down the mine shaft, thankfully, one of the top knobs arrived to put the right thing, Morris or something. He seems like a good one. Hopefully, the next time see you, I'll have a lot more to say. All my love, my dear, love of my life, mother of my children, yet to be apple of my apple. Pardon. Oh boy. Dear pardon. You screwed up. Nothing here. We think we'll get a shield again. No. Oh, actually we did. Interesting. I thought Fane had some poison. Let's craft some poison for him. Minor healing poison, minor resist poison, small poison. Potion to. Wait, did I not make another one? I thought I made a 3. Hmm. Is there an empty canister? Can we combine with it? That's good. Music is creepy.
This body is fresh. Were they a sorcerer?
We might try talking to them. Let me load it first. Save it. Nothing, huh? Okay. Wasted our reload. Oh, okay. What is this? Okay, there is a spirit possessed.
The spirit of the dwarven battle mage gazes upon the mutilated body that once housed her. As you approach, she turns confused eyes on you. She stares uncomprehendingly at your outstretched hand, slowly raising a bewildered gaze to meet your eyes. She stares, and you feel yourself drawn into the mesmerizing source pools of her eyes. With a jolt, her life flashes before your eyes. You become her in her prime, battling a felled magister in a deserted clearing. Electricity crackles from your fingers as you advance upon the magister. The magister is part of something dark, something cruel, something that goes against the very fabric of your being. All bets are off. Merciless, you attack her with spell and blade. As her warm blood spurts to cover your face, you are sated. A satiety you would never speak of, a satiety that momentarily fills the emptiness within you. Wait, who are you? You can't remember. You are thrust out of the spirit's memories and back into your own sovereign mind. You see the spirit of the dwarven battle mage before you, eyes downcast now.
Interesting. Nothing here. Okay.
The spirit tugs and tugs at the source collar around his neck, though it budges not an inch.
We couldn't. I couldn't. Is it really our fault? The void woken.
He gives you a look full of hope, then remembers the collar round his neck and slumps forward, letting his hands hang heavy by his sides.
Okay.
You feel a tidal wave of panic drown you. You try to crawl away, but claws pin you down. You look up to see a fanged maw lunge at you.
Interesting.
You shift uncomfortably as the wagon traverses a patch of bumpy ground. The Magisters haven't removed your shackles, even though there's nowhere to run. You sigh and gaze outward. The landscape rolls past, empty and still. But then, you see something flying close to the horizon. Several things, in fact. You peer closer. What are those? Birds? Your eyes widen as they draw nearer. Those aren't birds. You turn around to shout a warning, but it's too late.
Let's go in this thing. Good music.
Looks like this is Lohar's place. Or what's left of it. Could Mortis have survived this?
There's a void woken on the bridge ahead. But where's it going?
The trembling of the dwarven spirit tells you the halberd in his hands. He drops the halberd and bolts behind some nearby rocks.
Divine, save me! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
The spirit screams and screams as something unseen tears into him.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
A dwarven spirit cowers on the ground, trapped in the fear of her final moments.
No, please! Help! Someone! Help!
She cringes at the name and turns to you, urgent.
Mortis! No! Not Mortis!
With growing horror, she turns her focus on something unseen, looming high above her.
Okay.
A frantic dwarf knocks an arrow to a phantom bow. He lets it fly at some towering, invisible horror, visible only in his mind's eye. He reaches for another arrow.
Keep firing, damn you! He has to have a weak spot. He has to.
The spirit looses the arrow. It evaporates into nothing against your skin. No pain, though a shiver runs up your arm. He drops his bow and yanks his sword from its sheath.
Come on, you filth! Let's see what your insides look like!
There's nothing there. You sought escape, but something stalked you. You fled, it followed. You came across a pile of bones. In that moment, you knew that this would be your fate.
Interesting. Do we need to?
You lose yourself in an ancient vision. As the man you saw before touches the pearl orb, you begin to feel yourself be. Various shades of grey swirl across the globe's surface, then part. You are free, joined by 7 others, summoned by sacrificial source. The 8 of you rush forth as shadows, past the globe, past the man whose body now lies limp on the floor, past the jeweled walls. The vision ends just as you emerge from the cavern. This memory, it feels ancient, a lost place in a lost... You turn away from the sunset, only to see that Stanley has dropped to one knee. He holds out a ring to you with a sheepish grin. Your hands fly up to cover your mouth, but too late to prevent a happy gasp of surprise from escape. You didn't think he had it in him.
Okay, we'll check out this place and then we can go over here. Okay. This place looks pretty big. Cool.
You fall into another memory. You emerge from the crystalline caves, past the orange rubble jutting from the ground, and rise above a shimmering lake. Surrounding the lake is a throng of figures, your worshippers, our worshippers. They will deliver your rightful power to you. You will be as gods. The mob drops to its knees as one. The shimmering lake, once placid, begins to boil and bubble, draining source from every supplicant. The past fades into the present. You see through your own eyes once again. You keep your eyes shut tight, muttering rapid prayers to the Seven. All around you is a cacophony of wails, whimpers and cries for help. You try to shut them out and pray with even more desperate fervor. A loud, inhuman roar suddenly cuts through the cacophony. You cover your ears with your hands and pray on.
Oh. Okay. Do we need a bullhorn? I don't think so. No, it doesn't have a bullhorn.
Good gods, what happened?
Well.
The dwarf rocks on her haunches, gnawing at her own bloody knuckles. Her wet, fearful eyes flick to you. She lowers her fist just enough to hiss a warning.
Away! Away! Too noisy! It'll come back! It'll take me too!
What will take her?
She shrinks into the fetal position.
It'll come back! It'll come back! It'll come back! It'll come back! And we'll all be eaten alive!
The dwarf shakes her head vigorously.
No! I don't want to look! I saw too much already! Too much!
Your efforts draw an expression of eerie calm. She stares up at you, wide-eyed.
You'll see for yourself! They take us for food! They take us for food for their spawn! They'll take you too!
Her stillness dissolves.
Okay. In the cave we found a dwarven survivor mad with fear. We found the record cave. Something terrible has happened here. Yeah, no kidding. Okay.
You tried to make a break for it, from Fort Joy to the beach. You didn't make it. You died to the sound of your own echoing screams as the Voidwoken gnawed your bone. You tried to run. Your source collar was heavy around your neck. You slipped on the slick stone, and then they were on you, dozens of mouths.
Pretty gross. Nothing here. Okay.
Get out before he knows you're here. You think I stopped to get a name? They locked him up, but he got out, and they went crazy. They all went crazy. Run. If you know what's good for you, run.
Okay.
doing? They're close. I can feel them. Run. For the love of the seven, run. There's no time. Run.
Okay.
A sorcerer. Still wearing the collar too.
Nothing. Interesting. $25, $27. Yeah. Well. What's the noise? Coal crawler. Oh, they are here already.